Goal. Huge one down towards Frankie. Carroll runs onto Owen O'Neill, and there is another one! A fourth goal! The dancing feet of Owen O'Neill. A second goal for O'Neill, a fourth for Limerick. They celebrate, but by the same token they must scarcely be able to believe this is happening. Limerick lead by 7 points, and we're only about 7.5 minutes into the second half.
Again, a high ball into square, and has caused all sorts of problems for the full back line in Tipperary.
The Tip full back line being seriously asked questions of, and to date not passing that test. So now Tipperary with a lot to do, but they have the quality players there. They've got the time if they're good enough this afternoon. Mark Foley downfield beyond George Friend. Trying to pick it up, there's Paul Shelly. Shelly's had a poor start to the second half. Owen O'Neill missing his chance to add to the 2 goals he's scored so far. One in each half.
Yes, Ciaran, Damien Quigley was substituted last week, but I think it's a great move by Limerick at this stage to actually play him full forward from the start. Very hard to come back from a hand injury the way he did last week and to have a blinder. And takes a little bit of pressure off him today, going in full forward and being the target man.
Declan Ryan, nice turn against Mike Nash this time, and he picks up his point delightfully. 3rd point for the Tip full forward. And the fans of Tipperary must be absolutely shell-shocked by what's happening here. 6 points in arrears, but that's not a huge margin, as we all know in hurling. And Tom Ryan now and his fellow selectors such as Liam Lenihan will be hoping to keep this particular machine moving sweetly. They'll be hoping to continue to try and impose themselves on this Tip defence. Conal Bonnar. This week Tip are being asked to produce a kind of Lazarus type comeback. Oh, that was Frankie Carroll lashing across Colm Bonnar there, and the referee noting that it's getting a little heated, going in to defuse that quickly. Common sense prevailing, but this is what happened just a little while ago as Owen O'Neill played that ball across, and watch them for Frankie Carroll coming across on Colm Bonnar, no question. And Frankie's name has been taken. Noel Sheehy there, a possible option to come in at full back if they were in real trouble. Aidan Ryan's gone back onto the bench there.
Sure, the funny thing, when you look at the scoreboard, Tipperary have got 11 scores, Limerick have got 9 scores, but have got 4 goals on the board.
Tip with those 10 wides from the first half. Limerick to date with 6 wides. Paul Delaney to John Lahey. They need a huge showing from John Lahey for the next 20 minutes or so. Dropping in, Cahill's under it. Likewise Declan Nash, and Mark Foley gets it out the field towards Seán O'Neill. Beautiful stroke by Seán O'Neill downfield. Gathered over there by Conal Bonnar, and the referees spotted a foul. It's going to be a free to Tipperary, and Remi Ryan wants to take it. Dave Mahidi there making a point to one of the Limerick players. Remi Ryan to hit this one. Inside towards Nicky English. Can't hold it, away by Houlihan initially, but back in by English, and he's put it over the bar, and that's a terrific illustration of his determination as a player, and class as well. He just lost it initially, but he raced after it. He wasn't going to be beaten, and he picked up his 2nd point here, and in this instant McDonagh was out after it. It was missed by Mike Houlihan, but it was Nicky who picked it off just as Tip introduced Aidan Ryan. And John Lahey is the one who's making way. One of Tip's stars of their league campaign replaced. 2nd time he's been replaced in a week, and he's not even going on the bench, he's gone straight in. Once again the Tipperary defenders there called on to clear their lines. Colm Bonnar, Ciaran Carey touches it down. Forward there towards Nicky English again, out into the space. Michael Cleary coming across here for it. going by Dave Clarke, still Cleary, across the face of goal, but there's nobody coming in it except Seán O'Neill of Limerick, and the midfielder plays it downfield to Mike Galligan, wonderfully taken there with his left hand, steadying himself on the right, the shot, but it's gone again agonisingly to the left. They always are agonising when your team misses. And Barry Foley's just been introduced by Limerick, or about to be. And that little piece of paper there, where we got those 2 invaluable points against Clare in the semi-final. Seán O'Neill really doing an awful lot of hard work around midfield towards TJ Ryan, comes back towards Gary Kirby. The fumble there, Galligan taken up this time by Michael Ryan. A lot of nervousness in the play this afternoon. It's been a little more edgy than last week. Dave Clarke, a huge one down towards Owen O'Neill, trying to nurse it to himself, trying to take it away from George Friend, looking for perhaps a hat-trick of goals, and he's put it outside, and he's put it wide. Back they go to their seats. Well, that was mighty close.
Very close indeed, Ciaran. You probably have to go back to see in the records how many times have we seen a goal being kicked 3 times in a Munster final match, and this was mighty close.
Here he was coming in, having caused problems for Michael Ryan already. Now for George Friend. Barry Foley has come on. Mike Galligan is going off. So Foley from Patrickswell replacing Galligan from Clahone.
Yes, and Tipperary has seen the threat of Owen O'Neill in the corner forward position. They put Delaney back and brought George Friend to the half-back line.
And George Friend, no stranger to playing at half-back. Mickey English trying to master that situation in there with Steve McDonagh. Perhaps the referee will throw the ball in. One back here. That's Foley, the substitute. Missed by Paul Delaney. Quigley is next, and again the referee whistling for the foul there by Paul Shelly on Damien Quigley, and Limerick have the free in as Owen O'Neill's on the ground. They play away at one end, but the referee wants it back so that the free can be taken just outside the 45-metre line. Owen O'Neill is down with an injury.
Sure, if I could see this again on replay, you will see that Damien Quigley tried to let the ball go through for Owen O'Neill, and here we see him going through, put a hand pass in and a shoulder charge by Michael Ryan.
And a switch in Limerick's team with Ciaran Carey gone to midfield and Mike Houlihan gone back to centre half back. Owen O'Neill still down there receiving the attention from Dr. Dave Boylan, formerly of the Middleton club here in Cork. Dave in the green top there, and the St. John's ambulance people as well in there to render attention. Tipperary are preparing Kevin Tuckerall this while on the sideline here. Tucker could come in and play at a corner forward or wing forward. This again, the charge here, which was quite nasty by Michael Ryan there on the incoming Owen O'Neill.
The funny thing about that challenge there, the whistle had already been blown for the free on an earlier occasion, you know, so it was unnecessary for Michael Ryan to make that challenge.
It'll be Gary Kirby to take the free, and the linesman Ger Harrington says, back you come, a metre or two. An opportunity to compose himself. These frees are so vital, and he's missed it. Limerick's 9th wide, their 4th of the second half. A total of 19 wides in all in this match, far too many misses. 5 points separating the teams. Limerick still in front. Combination over there of Seán O'Neill and Mark Foley. Appeals all around, but it's going to be a Tipperary sideline ball, and a greater level of urgency now being illustrated by Tipperary in these last few minutes. Limerick in a 3rd Munster final in a row, and Tom Ryan wanting to win it back. Wanting to atone for 94, I'm sure. just to set the record straight.